Hey, Gardener Shakol here, and I wanted to show you the next step of our garden. As you know, we moved from our home that we lived in. Well, they didn't live there that whole time, but we lived there for 12 years, and we're at our new house now. We moved here in October, and we have to start our garden completely over for the most part. We were able to move some perennial herbs, which are in the front of our house. We are doing the back part of our garden, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, especially with COVID-19 happening, because we have to be really strategic about when we go to the store. Gardeners Jeremiah and James no longer go to the store with me just for safety measures. Governor Holcomb in his last order asked stores, even if they're like essential stores, that need to be open, to limit the number of people that are in the stores. So like the last time I went to the store, there was a line to go through. There's exits stand this many feet apart, which I understand. That means when I go to the store, I'm going to stores that sell both gardening supplies and food. I just saw in Michigan the governor ordered those gardening stores to close, and even closing off gardening sections in stores. So I don't know if that's going to happen in Indiana, but I'm a bit worried because that's really close to where we are. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but if that does happen, at least we'll have some of these beds done. In our last video or post, I've been going back between video or post, I can't remember if I did a video or post. We built some more raised beds. These are lower than the last ones that we built. These are 10 inches high off the ground. The other ones, which you can't see in this shot, which are this way, they are 20 inches off the ground. Based on what we're going to be growing, if something's gonna grow tall, we'll put in something that's low so it's easy for us to pick. If something is lower to the ground, such as like a cabbage or a kale, we're gonna put in a higher beds just to make it easier. More on me, they're young. But right here you can see that this is the first one I did, and I'm going to show you how I did this. I actually need to finish this one, that's why I have dirt here, but you don't need to see that. I'll do that later. I'm going to show you this one and how they get started. So boys, they weren't out here, so I'm going to talk to them, so they don't even know what I'm going to ask them today. So you know we had our grass cut yesterday, and our wonderful lawn guy, who is excellent, he came in and buzzed the grass all the way down. What do you think is going to happen if I just throw the dirt in here on top of this grass?
Anything under the grass would keep growing.
Right. And do we want grass growing up through our fruits and vegetables?
No.
Yeah, there's no. That means we have to put like a barrier down there. So this is our barrier. So I actually ordered this on Amazon. This is just, you can call it tarp, landscaping fabric. Even when I went to look this up online, there was different names for it. I got this, and if you see here, it's folded over. And the first bed I did double layer because I really want to stop any grass or weeds from coming through this. And I ordered it online, not that I've ever ordered this online, but because we really need to limit us going into the stores, I want to make sure that I'm not doing it. And when I went to first get supplies for my garden for the store I went to did not have landscaping fabric. Any other time, I would just go to store, but this is not the time to do those things. So I kind of eyeball measure this. These are 4 feet the length, and then the width is 2 feet. What I like to do is kind of just take this and put it over, grab those blue scissors for me. Thank you. I'm just gonna put this over. And as I told you, this is double layered because I want it double layered like that. And I'm just going to put it on top. Now I'm going to get inside. I'm going to use my feet to kind of press this down on the inside of it. Now this is just one way to do it. You can also get inside the garden bed and till it up really good. I've done that before. That's the option too if you don't want to deal with putting a tarp in it, if you just want to till up the ground. But even when I did that before, my dad, when he built the first raised bed we had, it was 3 by 6, he layered the inside with paper and cardboard just to still put some type of barrier in there. So I'm pushing this down, and I think I know where I want it to be. So scissors, please. And as it was folded up, because they actually folded this into a square, which I thought was odd. I was expecting to come in a roll that because it's roll out and cut, but it is what it is. I'm going to use the lines that they folded as one of my line to cut. So cut out. I'm gonna cut on this line. You see that, boys? Hold that up for me, that side. Yeah, that helped me get a good, strong cut across. Got it? That doesn't sound very confident. And these are just some old scissors I have outside. These scissors are probably, you see they don't cut very well? That's because I'm really old. And these are not even the scissors I used the last time I cut this. I'm not gonna lie, I got my good scissors out of the house the last time I cut, and now thinking about doing this on video, I probably should have got the good scissors and brought them outside. But I felt bad about using the good scissors last time because I'm one of those weird people that like to have my tools for certain things. So if I have scissors aside for paper, I really only want them to be used for paper and not outdoors things. So maybe what I need to do is just get better scissors for outside. But I'm also a penny pincher, so I really try not to buy things unless I really need to buy them. But I think I kind of got the hang of it now with these little, get the bottom. See, there's 2 layers. Hold that piece up for me. Yeah, there you go. And it's always nice to have an extra pair of hands like this to help you out. And whether this is exactly straight doesn't matter because it's going to be hidden by the ground. There we go. So we're going to add this right here. James, take those scissors and you can just set them over there on those bags of dirt on that other side. Yeah. Gonna put this on top, and like I did before, I'm just gonna get inside of it, press it down, just like so. Now I also have the landscape landscaping staples that I could use, but I'm gonna let the dirt kind of let it lay. So in my pocket I have a tool. This is a tool they are not allowed to use. If you are outside with your kids, you don't need to be nervous. Tools like this, you need to really keep an eye on so there's no accidents or they think it's cool and they mess around and get hurt. So that's why I kept this in my pocket. And I also make it very clear to them that certain tools are not allowed to touch, right? Now, you could come in here. Come on.
Oh, wait, us? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Obviously. Who else is here? Besides
Just pour that in the middle.
I think James? Huh?
I don't need both of you to do it. He can do this one, James. The next one. Just shake it down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what happened to your shoes.
Yeah, you want next time go in front of you. Don't pour around to your shoes. Step
I
out.
know, I did go in front of myself.
Well,
What she meant was not straight in front of your shoes.
yes, that's what I meant.
But I didn't!
Jeremiah,
Dirt moves,
go
you
into
know.
the shed in the bucket and bring out the little hand rake because we'll need that later. All right, James.
Oh, Henry.
Actually, James, you can stand out here.
Wonder what?
Can you do that one? You got it?
I think I got it. Oh, no. Jeremiah,
There,
stop.
finished.
I'm just copying. Jeremiah.
Now, what's important, boys, what's important is to make sure you're getting it inside and this is staying up. You see that? And that's important when you're doing this because as you put more and more dirt in here, your fabric on the inside may move a little bit, which is okay. And you can press it down. And that's what I'm doing. But when they were born, we had already started the garden, so they didn't get to see any of the process that went into what I'm doing right now. They just saw like, hey, we got these raised beds filled with dirt. That's already done. So I guess we just put seeds out. But I want them to see the whole entire process. That it takes a little bit more than just putting seeds out. Now, if you decide to stay as you go, you put in each bag, move the dirt around, so it's helping hold up the sides. All right, let's do another bag. Jeremiah, it's your turn. You can stand right there. I'll just put it in front of you. You can put that. No, you're not going anywhere. Stay right there.
Whatever it was fine. I didn't know I'm going over here. Why would that? And how would you be? Because I just am. Incorrect answer. This thing.
There, right.
Yes. Remember, you have feet. I think I know I have feet here. And I'm trying to tell you.
James, you can do this side. Come on.
Yay.
So you want to make sure you have all the dirt out of there. And if you're wondering about what type of dirt, I just got Scott's topsoil. Scott's topsoil is for lawn and garden. It has peat moss in it, and this was $2.22 a bag at Walmart. In case you're wondering. Now you don't want to do that because you'll get dirt all over the place. So instead, maybe turn the bag around so you see where the dirt is stuck. Where is the dirt stuck?
Mm-hmm.
So what could you do to problem solve to get that out without fleeing dirt on everyone? I want you to problem solve. And also, don't be afraid to give your children feedback when in the garden helping you, because you don't want twice as much work or dirt in your face unnecessarily. So all I'm doing is making sure that it's staying up the way I want it to stay up, and we're just filling out all the corners. All right, let's keep going. And so far, this is a 4x2, or 2x4 rather, bed, and we have put how many bags of dirt in here? 4. And this is 0.75 cubic feet. That's how much dirt is in this bag. Jerry can do that. Hold the bag.
Remember, Jeremiah, don't fling stuff at anyone because I wasn't.
How about you worry about your own section
Oh, look.
instead of telling other people what to do? Worry about
Actually,
yourself.
I don't have my list.
You want to make sure you got the dirt out of the back of that pile. There's no sense of going to buy dirt and then you leave some of the dirt in the bag. That's just that's wasted dirt. Who wants wasted dirt? So James, you either, if it's not open all the way, pull it out.
Okay.
Finish. Okay, put the bag over there.
I could try that strategy. It wasn't a strategy.
All right, so how many bags are we at now?
8, 6, I think.
So James, I'm gonna need you to pay attention. All right. Somebody take that one. Do that hole right there, 'cause that's no dirt. You want to make sure.
Okay. Don't shake it.
All right. Jerry, you can use that hand rake to kind of rake that around.
Okay.
Put the bag over there in the pile. Now, one of the bags I did get is good old Miracle Grow garden soil today at Walmart. This was $2.50, but the original price was almost $5. So I could have got them all Miracle Grow, but it is what it is.
Oh, you should. Interesting. Can I do
to bust open the bottom a little more.
Okay. Jeez, it's so flat when it's in there. Wonder how it even anything inside that. Like if there was a bug inside that.
And this is just all-purpose soil for gardening. Make sure you stay on this side.
Still something left.
All right, put that over there. Put that over there. Yeah. So you got these big old clods, and we got gloves on. I really like to wear gloves. I'm trying to get better at wearing gloves because it gives you less work of cleaning out your fingernails when you go inside.
Oh, you mean you're just gonna wear gloves when you go inside? I don't.
So Jeremiah, you're not listening.
She was talking about outside, so she wouldn't like clean her nails from the dirt.
On the inside.
Oh.
So at this point in time, we pretty much got it full up to the top. And these are 8 bags to fill up this 2x4. And now I could put a knife bag in here, but I don't want to do that because a lot of times, if you've seen in my previous gardens, I put mulch or some type of pine needles on top as a covering, and depending, I want to have room to get that on top of the soil. So that's what we're going to do. I don't have enough dirt to finish because these 2 bags will go in here, and then the next one will start. But I was by myself because Mr. Barnes and I have decided to keep them at home, that we're no longer going out as a family. So it's out of the second body to push the second cart. I can only manage to get so much dirt at a time. So that essentially goes to me getting enough dirt for about 1.5 beds as we go. And there's 3 here. There are 3 more over there that makes this same U. So as we fill in these with dirt, we'll also start filling these in with seeds or little seedlings and start growing, and we'll keep documenting that. So we will finish making sure this is smooth and not even now and get that dirt here and move this dirt here. But thanks for watching. Remember, anyone can be a gardener. You just have to get ready,
Get
set,
and grow.